and we also have blood vessels to carry the blood. And why it is known as closed? Because the blood is enclosed inside these blood vessels. So this is a closed type. Yeah, and now we will dive into the various phylum under kingdom Animalia. First, we will look into the non-chordate group, and then we will gradually progress into the chordate group, because the non-chordates were the first animals to have evolved on the surface of Earth. Also, they can reproduce asexually by formation of spores or through fragmentation, similar to plants. Okay. We can also classify animals based on the type of circulatory system they have. One group of animals have an open type of circulatory system. What is the open type of circulatory system? To understand open type of circulatory system, we need to first understand what the circulatory system is. The circulatory system is a system consists of the heart and the blood vessels which pump and transport blood throughout the body. This is the circulatory system. However, this is a very schematic description. When we will study circulatory system in human physiology, we will understand more of it. But for now on, let's just keep in mind that this system is associated with the transfer and transport of blood and maintaining the flow of blood throughout the organism, and in the process transporting food, oxygen, waste to respective organs or organ systems or tissues or cells. So, one type of circulatory system is the open type. Open type of circulatory system. Open type circulation. Here we have a heart. Okay, but we do not have blood vessels. So the blood seeps into the heart through capillary action, through the grooves and bridges in the extracellular matrix or within the tissues. It reaches the heart. The heart pumps the blood, and all the tissues or the cells are directly bathed in blood. They are not transported through any kind of blood vessels. Okay. So this type of circulation we can find in various phylums such as platyhelminthes or tapeworms. We can find in roundworms. Okay. And another is the closed type. Closed type. Here we have a heart, and we also have blood vessels to carry the blood. And why it is known as closed? Because the blood is enclosed inside these blood vessels. So this is a closed type. For example, we have humans and earthworms. The earthworms are the first organisms in which the closed type of circulation evolved. Okay, evolved for the first time. First time in earthworms. Okay, in earthworms. So this is how we can classify animals based on the circulatory system. There is another category of classifying animals. Okay, there is another category. That is the presence or absence of notochord. The presence or absence of notochord. What is this notochord? Notochord is a tube-like hollow structure that is derived from the mesoderm that we have discussed earlier and present in the dorsal side or the upper surface of an animal during embryonic development. Okay. Suppose this is an animal or the larva of an animal, and this is a tube-like notochord. Okay, this is the notochord. This is the dorsal surface or the upper surface, and this is the lower surface or the ventral surface. Okay. Some animals have this notochord during their larval stage or embryonic stage and throughout their lives. They are known as chordates. And animals who do not have a notochord in any stage of their life, be it the larval stage, be it the embryonic stage, be it the adult stage, be it any stage of their life, if they lack this notochord, then they are known as non-chordates. For example, insects. Okay, they do not have notochord at any stage of their life. But in chordates, something extraordinary happens. Some chordates retain this notochord throughout their life. They are known as, like, they can be again divided into hemichordates, cephalochordates, and other varieties. Okay, and some group of chordates replace this notochord through evolutionary process. Replace this notochord by a bony vertebral column. Okay, they are known as vertebrates who have replaced this notochord replaced by vertebral column. They are known as vertebrates. For example, humans are vertebrates. We have this only in the primitive stages of embryonic development, and then it is replaced by a vertebral column. Okay. The notochord actually acts as a sheath or covering for the spinal cord. And these animals are known as chordates and these are known as vertebrates. These two groups are also known as non-vertebrates. So chordates can be further divided into vertebrates and non-vertebrates. Okay. This is the spinal cord. So it acts as a sheath or covering over the spinal cord. When this is replaced by the vertebral column, the spinal cord is encased inside the bony vertebral column. Okay. Spinal cord. So these are the various modes or methods by which we can classify kingdom Animalia. All these modes, all these features, all these models are used together to classify an animal. It is not that we will classify one animal based on the presence or absence of phylum, one on the presence or absence of mesoderm or the mesoglia, one on the presence or absence of open type or closed type of circulatory system, one on the presence or absence of notochord. No, we will classify an animal based on every criteria possible all at the same time. We will create a checkbox, we will tick them one by one and see whether the animal has this structure or not. This is the most scientific method of classifying kingdom Animalia, and now we will dive into the various phylum under kingdom Animalia. First, we will look into the non-chordate group and then we will gradually progress into the chordate group, because the non-chordates were the first animals to have evolved on the surface of Earth. Okay. So we will start discussing the kingdom Animalia, categorizing into various phylums. The first phylum is kingdom Porifera or the sponges. So let us look into phylum Porifera. These these fellows have evolved earliest on the surface of earth, and they are known as the earliest of all animals, right? Porifera means their body is covered by numerous pores called ostia. Okay, this is the substratum. This is roughly how a sponge looks. Okay, it has got numerous pores throughout its body called ostia, and a large pore on the top called osculum, and a central cavity connected by the ostia called the spongocele. The spongocele, and these spongocele are lined by choanocyte cells. Choanocyte cells. These ostia, osculum, spongocele are together known as the canal system, and this canal system is unique to phylum Porifera. No other phylum has this canal system. Now, what is the purpose of this canal system? These are fixed to the substratum. They are non-motile. They cannot move. They do not have any locomotory organs. Okay, they remain fixed, just like plants. Water current flows through them. Sea water flows through them. They can be marine. They are mostly marine, but some are freshwater also. Flows through them, and seawater brings in minute particles of food, such as dead tissues, cellular debris, waste material of other animals. Also, what should I say? Amino acids, proteins, okay, certain lipids from dead and decaying organisms, or skin flakes of other organisms swimming in water. And the water enters through the ostia, enters into the spongocele, which is lined by choanocyte cells. These choanocyte cells, what they do? They are like filter feeders. They collect all these organic matter and let the water pass out. And all the water, after collection of the organic material, passes out through the osculum. So they are filter feeders, and this is initiated by the canal system. They do not have tissues, they have cellular level of organization, cellular level of organization. They do not have muscles, they do not have any organs for locomotion. They can reproduce sexually by producing gametes, okay, sexually by gametes, and fertilization is external fertilization. Also, they can reproduce asexually by formation of spores or through fragmentation, similar to plants. Okay, like similar to what we saw in the bryophytes. So the reproduction is like that only, especially the asexual part. However, uh, there we have seen zoospores, ascospores, basidospores in like thallophyte plants, but not here. There are different kinds of spores. These also have name, but this is not in our syllabus. And through fragmentation, like if you break them off and if it falls down anywhere in the sea floor, they'll again create a colony. They live in colonies. Okay, I have drawn only two individuals, but there are thousands of individuals. They do not have ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, or any kind of germ layer, and definitely do not have a coelom. They have a spongiocele. Coelom level of organization has still not been evolved in sponges. Okay, so the canal system, there are three kinds of canal system. Okay, there are three kinds of canal system. The first or the most primitive is the ascon type. Then a bit more evolved than the ascon type is the cycon type, and the most evolved of all the canal system is the leucon type. Okay, the leucon type. This is the most evolved, and this is the least evolved. And sometimes the sponges bodies are covered in tiny spicules or spike-like structures formed by deposition of mineral salts such as calcium carbonate. However, this is not found in all sponges. Example: spongilla, euspongia, or the bath sponge. Okay, there are a lot of examples, but we'll discuss only the important ones: spongilla and euspongia. Okay, so this is all about kingdom Porifera.